Have you ever pondered over the distinct difference between homicide and murder? Do these terms sound synonymous to you? Well, they are not. This may come as a surprise to many, but homicide and murder, despite being used interchangeably in everyday conversation, are two separate legal terms with different implications. Today, we shall delve into the world of criminal law, specifically focusing on the Pakistan Penal Code and Criminal Procedure Code, to understand these differences. Firstly, let's clarify one thing. All murders are homicides, but not all homicides are murders. Puzzling, isn't it? Let's break it down. Homicide, as defined in the Pakistan Penal Code, refers to the act of killing another human being. This broad term includes any act, intentional or unintentional, leading to the death of another person. It could range from accidental killings, as in the case of manslaughter, to premeditated killings, which is where murder comes into play. Murder, on the other hand, is a subset of homicide. It is the intentional, unlawful killing of another person with malice aforethought. Malice aforethought implies that the perpetrator had a clear intention to cause the death or serious harm to another person. So, a murder is always a homicide, but the reverse is not necessarily true. A person can commit a homicide without committing a murder, if, for example, the killing was accidental or done in self-defense. Another significant difference between these two terms lies in their legal repercussions. The Pakistan Penal Code and Criminal Procedure Code outline different punishments for murder and other types of homicide. Murder, being a more serious crime due to its premeditated nature, carries a heavier penalty. In contrast, other forms of homicide, like manslaughter, may carry lighter penalties based on the circumstances surrounding the act. For instance, if the homicide was committed in self-defense or was a result of an accident, the person responsible may face a lesser punishment. In conclusion, while murder and homicide may seem like interchangeable terms, they carry different meanings and legal implications. Remember, all murders are homicides, but not all homicides are murders. Murder refers to the intentional killing of another person with malice aforethought, while homicide is a broader term that includes any act causing the death of another person. The legal consequences also differ significantly, with murder carrying a heavier penalty in comparison to other forms of homicide. So, the next time you come across these terms in a legal document, a news report, or even a crime novel, you'll know exactly what they mean and the difference between them. Knowledge, after all, is power. Stay curious, stay informed.